Borderline personality disorder. A disorder with your personality. BPD and drug addiction usually go hand in hand. Why is that? Well, I think a lot of it is through drugs we can escape our reality. It's way easier to escape your reality when you're on drugs. I mean, what is the purpose of drugs? To alter one's state of consciousness. My thing was the awesome threesome. It was whiskey, methamphetamine, with some marijuana for flavor. For my breakfast, I would have a nice heaping bowl of crystal meth. I wanted to make a cereal and call it Captain Crank. At this time, when I was doing the awesome threesome on a daily basis, it was to cope with what was going on. So I was working as a distributor for one of the main beer distributors. I was using drugs the entire time I worked there. I worked there for 2 years. The whole time I was using drugs. Higher than Charlie Sheen on New Year's every day. Alright, maybe that's an exaggeration of the truth. If you're stocking something in a store, it doesn't matter what your uniform looks like. Customers are going to ask you questions. You know, somebody's in a hurry, they're looking for some condoms and diapers, right? And they want to just get in and get out, so they're going to come up to you to ask you where the diapers are. I mean, I was stocking beer and diapers. I mean, they usually don't, well, yeah, you drink enough beer, eventually you're going to be buying diapers, but that's beside the point. Now I have a choice here. I can tell the person, piss off. I could. The store's not going to like it, though. If the customer complains and the store finds out I told them to go piss off, they're going to call my boss is going to call me, and then I'm going to be in trouble. Second option is to look like an asshole. Inform them that I have no idea where the diapers are, but now at this moment, it is my personal quest to find the diapers. I will not rest until we have found the diapers. You and me, buddy, we're in this together. Now I gotta run off, I gotta figure out where the diapers are. It's a horrible experience. Just random strangers just asking you questions, and people being rude, and just all the stuff that goes along with customer service. People are not always at their best when they're dealing with other people, especially when the other person is at work. There was this one time I was working at a fast food establishment. It was noon. It was lunch rush. Busy as hell. The whole store was filled with people. Summertime. This lady, this elderly lady, had ordered some cheeseburgers without something. I don't remember exactly what, but there was something she didn't want on the cheeseburgers. Something happened. She gets cheeseburgers that has this on it. She is pissed. She has every right to be upset. Being pissed off, though, I think is a little extreme. They say I have trouble regulating emotion. Yeah, some old lady at a fast food restaurant's freaking the hell out over, like, no pickles or something. I told you! You did this, you fucking son of a bitch! I don't gotta put up with that. I'm having a stressful day. Accusing me, too, personally. Like, it is my fault. I purposely did it. I went out of my way to make sure that she got extra whatever she didn't want, just to ruin her day, because I really care about that. So she's accusing me of purposely doing this, that it's my life mission. I very calmly tell her that it will be just a moment. We will get you what you want. I walk away from my register. I mean, there's only 2 of us on register, and it's busy as a sumbitch. I leave my register, I walk back to the grill, I tell them in person to drop whatever they're doing, make these 2 cheeseburgers ASAP, the lady's freaking out, and we just need to handle the problem. Definitely make sure you don't put whatever on it. She's still got the same cheeseburgers from, I haven't collected the cheeseburgers from her yet. So I go back, and I tell her that they're making it, her order has been bumped to the front, I'm very sorry. I then proceed to help the next customer. This is not good enough for her. She reaches over the counter. She has the cheeseburgers in her hand. She reaches over, she takes them, and she puts them right in my face. And she's like, I want you to fix it, brother! I want you to fix it! I want you to fix it! I want you to fix it! I want you to fix it, brother! I want you to fix it! I want you to fix it! I want you to fix it! I lose it. I snatch the cheeseburgers from her hand, cock back, and I throw them across the store where they hit a window, and I told her that you do not speak to me that way. I don't care who the f*** you are, and you better just step the f*** back and wait for your f***ing food. Then I look behind me, and my boss, the store manager, is standing right behind me. And I just point at her, and I'm like, don't you say a word. We'll talk about it later. And then I helped the rest of the customers. I didn't even get a talking to about that. Yes, I was high that day. Was the fact that I was high, was that the reason I threw the cheeseburgers across the store? No. I think I would have thrown them across the store just because I have BPD, and if you're going to shove food in my face, you're going to get something thrown. Is this a problem that a lot of BPDs have? That's going to be our question of the day. Do you have trouble masking your true emotions, the ability to mask them, or are you just blatantly honest with it to a point where you could possibly throw a woman's cheeseburgers across the store? Let me know in the comment section below. This job I had as a distributor, I had to socialize all day long. Therefore, at lunchtime, it would start to get to me. So I would go back home for my lunch. Luckily, I live in a small enough town that I could do that. So when I got home, first thing I would do for my lunch break, to start it off, would be a glass of whiskey. A glass of whiskey and a bowl of marijuana. That would be followed by a second glass of whiskey. And these are strong glasses of whiskey. I mean, probably 4 shots each. So that's 8 shots of whiskey in a very short period of time. I've only got 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes for lunch, if you subtract driving time. So after the 2 glasses of whiskey and the bowl of pot, I would be feeling so much better. All my stress would be relieved. I would be just, oh, as far as working though, totally shot. I wouldn't be able to work. Now I need another bowl of crystal meth. So I do the crystal meth to balance out, and then I was perfect. The awesome threesome. They just, oh, it was great. I'd go back to work, finish my day. I could function on drugs. I think I function better on drugs. If I tried to do that job without the drugs, I couldn't. But at the same time, I was a drug addict. Does this video even have a topic? I don't think so. I think I went off the rails. I think I started with a topic, and then ever since the cheeseburger incident, my mind has just been not there. Would you give a bum change? That bum is most likely going to go and buy a Dirt Devil Power Reach. You could go to my Patreon page, pledge $3, and you know exactly where that money's going. To give this channel credibility, not for a Dirt Devil Power Reach. I've even thought of something I could do with the money from Patreon. The #1 movie for borderline personality disorder that always comes up when I'm looking up movies involving borderline personality disorder is Girl Interrupted. It's like, oh, it's so about borderline. Alright. My idea is, why don't I do a movie called Boy Interrupted? You know, showing what it's like for male borderlines being diagnosed and whatnot. Instead of like, in Girl Interrupted, she's in like a psychiatric hospital. I don't have any experience. I couldn't write a script for that. So mine would be like the jail system, county jails and all that, and the run-ins with the law and how nobody believes that you have a disorder since you're male and all the stereotypes. And anyway, you could always support Patreon and donate there. If I get enough money with Patreon, I could make that movie. No guarantees though. I mean, making a movie takes a lot more money than what I've been asking for. But throwing it out there. Hit the like button. Subscribe. At the time of this video, right now, we're at 99 subscribers. We're going for 100, then 500, 1,000, and then the world. Yes, we're taking over the world, one subscriber at a time. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You do not want to be the last person to subscribe. That's not going to be a very good spot to be in. Get on board while you still can. Till next time, keep on keeping on.
Oh God, I think I shat myself.